Hello, my lovely, lovely Libras, cross-watchers, and channel fans. It's Laurie. I'm here to do your next 3 months reading. I will be doing a 2026 overview, but I'm going to start here with the first 3 months. So I have 3 cards laid out here. We have January, we have February, and we have March. And I apologize that the lighting isn't that great. It's very cold here today in South Central Florida. And I do not have working heat. It's about 65 degrees in the house. It's fine. I'm comfortable. I've got a little space heater running behind me. But anyways, so I apologize for the glare on the cards. The light I have chosen puts off heat, so it's going to keep me warm while I'm doing the reading. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have. And I do have heat in my house. It's not working up to par. All right, let's see what we have here for you, my lovely, lovely Libras. I hope you're all happy, healthy, and having some fun. I guess I'm going to have to take that ring off because it's catching the cards. Okay. All right, here we go. Let's see what we're going to do this as an overall for, let's see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 full weeks and 2 days, 3 days in January. So why don't we do 5 cards and see what the message is. All right, the first week is 5 of Swords and the Knight of Pentacles. I'm hearing to avoid any conflicts, challenges, especially in January, early on. Avoid moving too quickly. If there's a challenging situation, wait, put it off, maybe even till next month. I'm definitely hearing there's going to be challenges. You may be feeling challenged or triggered or, pushed to your limit. Whatever it is, Spirit saying take it slow. Don't let, the slower you can move forward, the slower you are to respond or react to any situations, the better it's going to go. All right, so that's a good bit of advice there. Let's see what else is going on here in the first week. And I will be using different decks for each of the 3 months. So if there are needed cards, they are still available to be used to tell the message. All right, let's see what we have here. 9 of Pentacles. Okay, so you do have a desire to spend a lot of time alone, to work on your projects, to work on yourself. That is a beautiful energy, especially if there's challenges that you're facing or goals that you're trying to set, like you're trying to get in the motion going, make it a habit. And that takes anywhere from 7 to 14 to 21 days, depending on what your goal is and who you are and how much experience you have with setting goals and achieving them. So anywhere from 7 to 21 days, which would mean pretty much the month of January, is a good time to spend time alone, to be by yourself, to work on your goals and get the rhythm going. All right, let's see what else we've got going on here. We've got the Knight of Cups. Okay, so again, this is about taking care of yourself. There could be new love coming in here for some of you. I think you may actually be the one to express your feelings towards somebody else. Yeah, I'm getting here, if it's not a romance, new romantic partner coming in here, you're expressing your gratitude for somebody. Maybe for standing by you when you go through whatever you're dealing with, or as you're trying to improve. Somebody's got your back. They're there. There's lots of love and caring, compassion, respect. I do definitely feel there is love coming in here for somebody that has definitely, you've pulled your energies back in the past. So you've been single for a while now. You've kind of had your heart closed off, not wanting to get hurt, not wanting to get burned, seeing maybe romance as a waste of time, waste of energy. There's no one that you can trust. I think you're going to be really surprised by what happens here in January. I'm getting an element of somebody that's you're meeting your match. You are definitely going to be meeting your match, like somebody who sees the world the way you see it, and they still have that spark of hope for love like you did, like you do. All right, let's see what else we can find out about that. Well, we've got the Four of Wands in reverse, a broken marriage, fears, okay, but hope. Like you can see that the future can be better. Again, this is just confirmation here of what this Knight of Cups means for some of you in the romance department. If this is, it's still love and compassion and care. Somebody standing by your side, easing your fears, helping you to feel more confident, more capable. I'm hearing something about goals that were turned upside down last year, that they're coming. You're working on those things again this year, but this year is going to be productive. Last year, it didn't go the way you had hoped. I'm actually getting that you may have quit even attempting to achieve your goal by the middle of January last year. This year, much more productive. You can see a clearer path. And it could be as simple as you have somebody that's guiding you, helping you, standing by your side. An accountability partner just came to mind. All right, so you've got a different set of parameters that you're dealing with this year than you had last year, which means you have everything you need this year to accomplish these goals. And you're focused. Oh, I see here too. Instead of having 15 big, huge goals for the year, you've decided 2 maximum. Like if you are wanting to lose weight, you're going to choose that as one of your major goals. If you are choosing to find a new romantic partner, you're going to make that your focus. Okay, and I'm getting here that you may take the first 6 months on one, like losing the weight, and then the next 6 months, looking for that perfect partner for you. Okay, not that they're a perfect person, but the perfect partner for you. All right, so 2 major goals, breaking everything down into steps. You can do this, absolutely. Yeah, it may be that you had too many goals planned last year, and it just became overwhelming. When one thing didn't work right, you were just like applying the same mentality to all of your goals. And you just felt overwhelmed, under-supported. Not this year. This year is going to be completely different. All right, let's see what else is going on here in January. We've got the balance, the 2 of Pentacles, stability coming in. Things are still going to be rocky because you're trying to set a rhythm. You're trying to get into the habit of good things, doing things over and over until they become second nature. So yeah, there's going to be those ups and downs and just building the rhythm. And I'm hearing too that you're not going so far one way, like the pendulum's not swinging so far one way that it's swinging way back here. It's more of a nice gentle swing. A sway is what I'm hearing. And that's what you want. You want a nice gentle sway. You don't want things to stay the same all the time. That's stagnant. That's no fun. But you do want a little bit of change, a little bit of up, a little bit of down. And you are creating that here for yourself this year. All right, let's see what else we have. We've got the Judgment in reverse. Interesting. You know what I'm hearing from this, which is really kind of different? You're not rising to the bait. Like, I think there was something about being triggered here. Challenges. You're not taking the bait. You're not going to get riled up about things. You're kind of like totally focusing inward. You're not worried about what other people are thinking and saying and doing. This is all about you, focusing on you. Yeah, not rising to the bait. You've made up your mind and you're letting a lot of things just like they don't matter to you anymore. Maybe you were watching a lot of the news or political debates or something like this, and you've narrowed it down to where you know what you're seeing and hearing is factual, is true, and not leaving you feeling overwhelmed. Could be you were giving too much time to many, many different things, okay? And you're kind of like, my happiness is right here inside of my circle, and what I can influence. All right. Does not mean you do not act on your desires for political change or any other type of activism that you feel called to. We all need to be active in the changes in the world to come. Definitely. All right, let's see what else we have here for you. Eight of Swords. I'm hearing there's a possibility to get tangled up in somebody else's drama, issues. Spirit's saying it's out of a desire to help. Make peace with it. Let it go. If you know the outcome, okay, communicate the information that you need, provide the resources that are needed, but that would be the limit, is what I'm hearing. So don't get enmeshed in somebody else's, I'm hearing mistake, mess up. If you know that you can like provide a solid assistance, like money, information that's facts only, then do so. Other than that, this may be a time for you to like stay back and stay out. All right, let's see what else we've got. January is looking like an interesting month for you. Definitely, you've got goals, you've got plans. Oh, excuse me, I'm going to sneeze. Hang on. Yeah, I thought I fooled myself. Yeah, I did sneeze, but I did it off camera. Thank goodness. All right, 7 of Pentacles here. Contemplating. Really thinking things through. This is like you putting your experiences, your past experiences to the test of knowledge. Okay, did you translate the experience into wisdom? And it looks like you have. This year, you're opening up this year with a whole different energy than what you had last year. I know that I keep hearing, oh, this year's going to be better than last year. This year's going to be better than last year. But then I'm hearing, I'm not going there. I've been saying the same thing. It's like, nope, this year, it's just going to be whatever I make of it. It's not going to be a better year. It's not going to be a worse year. All right, I had to go get some water. Sorry, I had a choking fit. It's going to be a year of stability, of reality, of practicality, of honesty, authenticity, really just focusing on yourself, your immediate family, your friends, what you really truly want to accomplish. And you know that you can accomplish anything that you set your mind to. So that's where you're at. You're not sitting there saying, oh, it's going to be, better than last year. We all know last year was not good, and this year's probably not. Worldwide, we have a choice how we're going to deal with it. It's probably not going to be an easy year overall for everybody. But we can choose to focus on ourselves, what the immediate moment holds in store for us, and focusing on what we can affect and what we cannot. All right. And you're taking the time to translate your experience into wisdom. So you're looking carefully before you jump into anything that could tangle you up, that could trap you, leave you feeling overwhelmed. I'm hearing you're breaking the chains from those types of things too. You're leaving those things in the last year. You're leaving it behind. Let's see what else we have here. We have the Eight of Wands, which we just saw. Communication is going to be key this month. How you communicate, who you communicate with. And I'm also hearing, if you have something to say, be cautious of saying it this month. Make sure you're taking your time to think it through before you speak, before you declare something. Yeah. Wait. If you're feeling tensed, challenged, don't react. Take the time to just step back, leave it alone, think about it a little bit, and then move on, okay? And wait to answer whatever comes your way. All right, because somebody may just come at you too. Like somebody may come out of the blue with like accusations, challenges. I mean, that's been the overall energy for the whole, like from the beginning here, okay? But you're moving through those energies. You're finding that balance. But then we come right back to it by the end of the month. So just, it's going to be a good month, because I know you're building those rhythms. You're getting in the rhythm, not a routine, but the rhythm. Things feel good. And as they feel good, when you hit a bump in the road, it doesn't disrupt you completely. It's just a little bump in the road. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have going on with an angel number for the month of January. We'll get you some blessings and maybe a yes/no answer too. Just one for each month. All right, let's see what the angel number is going to be for the month of January. $2112, which is 3-3. It's up to you. Even if it seems like you are not making any meaningful progress right now, things are actually moving in the right direction. If you see this number around you, 2112, take it as a sign that everything is going to work out in your favor and that your dreams will soon come true. All right, let's see what blessings we have coming in here for you. Got the cobweb, protected from negative forces that are beyond your control. So don't get tangled up in somebody else's drama, okay? You can be protected by spirit, but you can also not heed spirit's warning and get tangled up. So you have to take the action yourself. All right, and then you've got the hat. You will be playing a different role. All right, and then you've got the heart. Oh, you've got the hat and the heart. The head and the heart. Ooh, think about that. Love, deep affection, and caring. Okay, these are all crucial parts of this month. All right, blessings coming in from you. Using your head and your heart to make balanced decisions is going to be crucial. I'm hearing Webster. I'm also hearing cobbler, Coble. There's that cat saying hello again. It's right outside my window. It's looking for its stray cats friends. All right, so Heath, Heather, Hatchet, and Brewer. All right, So that's what we have for January. Let's get you a yes or no answer. Let's get you a yes or no answer. If you don't have a question ready, you can pause this video and start it back up when you do. All right, let's go ahead and see what we've got. We've got a yes answer here, and it says that there will be a wave of serenity that's full of joy and charm coming to you. An unexpected chain of events is going to tumble over you. You may be forced to open up more than you usually do and simply trust in your instincts. Peacefully accept yourself as infallible, and everything will turn out as it should. All right, so keep that in mind for the upcoming month. Especially if you've got challenges that you're facing, go ahead and let those things go. Don't take care of them until, next month. If they can be put off, like conversations, conflicts, challenges, things like that. All right, let's see what we have here for February. So 21 minutes. Okay, so I'm going to try to timestamp these in the description box. I've done it in the past and then it doesn't work, but I will set it up. You can always make a note here too for yourself if you want to come back, and I always recommend keeping a notebook next to you when you're watching tarot to jot down things that really click in your head, draw your attention. All right, let's see what we have here. We have the Hanged Man. I'm getting you may feel stuck in a project, in something, like something's on pause, on hold. This feels work related. There's definitely something you want to do. You're waiting to do it, and now it's on hold. So it's being delayed just a little bit. It could, too, be your energy of delaying the conversation you don't want to get involved with until you've got clear communication. You know what you're going to say. You know how you're going to respond, not react. So that is coming through here. I'm also hearing that you may have to sacrifice some of your time for someone else. Let's see what else comes out with this. Okay, so this is kind of going to be like the energy of slow moving, maybe just a little bit challenging because you're having to look at things from different perspectives, different angles. This could be a whole new experience for you. I'm getting mostly, though, you're looking at it differently than you did last year. So again, I'm getting some sort of goal, something you're attempting to do here. And this year you're looking at it differently. You want a new beginning, okay? You've taken things the right way in January. Now you're like, okay, I built the rhythm. I've got the routine going. I know what to expect. I can do this without thinking about it. Now I'm just going to stay in that energy and maybe bring in a little bit of something new too. The next step. Okay, so maybe for the first month, here's an example. For the month of January, you decided, okay, for the next 6 months, I'm going to lose 30 pounds, okay? In January, you had to get your eating habits down. Now that you've got your eating habits set, now's the time to maybe incorporate the exercise, okay? You're not taking that big goal all in one big step. You're incorporating new things each month to make your goal more sustainable. It'll last longer, okay? Beautiful energy there too. Love this. Very smart thinking. I have never heard anyone doing an approach like that to their New Year's resolutions and their goals, but that's beautiful. Look at this. You've got success on your mind. Happy home, happy life. You're focusing all of your attention here. This is where your happiness lies, and that's what you're going to focus on. Is your happiness, not the disruptions going on all around you. All right, so this is making you very happy. You've got a very supportive environment. spending time with family. I'm also getting somebody maybe coming home for a visit in February. Yeah, there may be a trip to Disney for somebody in February. Or another, I'm hearing like the Alps, Swiss Alps. I'm getting the sound of music images, different spots from within that. It's almost like being on a vacation and visiting these different places. All right, let's see what else we've got. That's pretty cool. Enjoy that if you're doing a trip like that. That would be awesome. Edelweiss. I love that song. Oh, I've loved it since I was a kid. I used to play it on my violin all the time. Maybe I should start playing it again. All right, let's see what we have here for you. We've got the Knight of Wands and the Six of Wands. Ooh, somebody could come in here and just like sweep you off your feet. Oh my goodness. And this doesn't have to be romantic. It certainly does feel like it right now. Somebody is coming forward with a lot of energy, passion, desire to elevate you, to lift you up, to make you feel good, to see you succeed. However, you're matching that energy. So it could be romantic that, like we have a person coming in here. This could be you working on yourself first too. Getting your mindset. Remember we talked about that, how you were kind of closed off possibly in the past. And now you've opened up. Okay. But again, this could be work related. It could be a money maker. It could be someone within your community sees you, recognizes you, wants you to speak for them, not for them, like at their group. There's something about getting attention here, being recognized and respected. Now that could be within your own family too. Like you've gained a lot of wisdom about how to provide a happy home. You know what I just heard was somebody here may be telling the children in their house or grandchildren in their house, turn the electronics off, put them in this basket when you come in the door. The whole time you're here, that's not happening. We're going to interact with each other. We're sitting down at dinner table together every single night. Okay? So there's changes being made here. There's a lot of desire, ambition. Okay? Oh, that could be one of those things that you were feeling challenged by in the past. Maybe you were already working on that aspect or something along those lines, and it wasn't going over well. So instead of reacting, you're just like, I'm going to put this on hold. I'm not going to talk about this. I'm just going to focus on what I really need to focus on, the here and the now. And I'll figure out how to deal with this later. That could very well be you were plugging away at this. All right. Beautiful energy here. Beautiful energy. Now, again, that doesn't have to have anything to do with electronics or children or even grandchildren. It could be something completely different. That was the example that I was getting here coming through. All right, let's see what else we have here for February. February is Valentine's Day, so come full circle. I am hearing with that. First, I'm hearing you've come full circle. You're like an anniversary here. So some of you may have gotten married on Valentine's Day or in the month of February, or one of your birthday is in February. This feels like an anniversary though. It feels like an anniversary, an important date, okay? A mile marker, a milestone, and it's come full circle. So it's been another year is what I'm hearing. I'm also hearing with the Six of Wands behind this World card, we have the laurel wreath in the Six of Wands card, and we have it surrounding the in the World card here, okay, as another laurel wreath. That's wisdom. So something that you were doing last year has come full circle in February. Maybe you were working on your goals through all of January, February hit, and things just kind of like blew apart. And you kind of left it right there. This time, you're elevating. I keep hearing you have the support. Like maybe in the past you had challenges, people that maybe you talked about your goals and people tore them to shreds. Why? What are you thinking? You can't do that. No. This time you've kept it to yourself. You've got the high priestess here. All right. So this year you're keeping your goals to yourself, except for maybe if you're with a partner and you need them to take care of your kids, your children, or something like that, or other responsibilities. But this time it's coming full circle. It's working for you. Success is here. The World card is a successful completion. It means you took the wisdom of your experiences from last year and have turned it into wisdom. Okay, you've learned the lessons you were meant to learn. All right, let's see what else February has in store for you. Four of Pentacles, stability. Yeah, you're not giving the way you did last year. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. This feels more like you're not throwing money away. You're not giving everything away. You're holding back on what you're spending in a wise way. Maybe saving more, putting more into a high yield savings account of some sort. Stocks, dividends, index funds, anything like that. Where maybe last year, oh, you know what I'm hearing too? And this is happening. I just watched a whole video about all these people who are canceling their health insurance this year. And it's funny because I had a conversation with my son at least a year ago and other people many years ago about how the cost of insurance is just getting ridiculous. And I said, take the money and put it into a high yield savings account set aside specifically for health issues. That way you don't have to worry about it. If you've been coming up with $1,500 a month to pay for health insurance for your family and nobody's sick and you don't use it, you're throwing $1,500 a month away. That's $150,000 in 10 months, okay? That's a lot of freaking money. Put that into savings. Anyways, that's maybe what you're doing. I'm not telling you what to do, even though it sounded like I just did. You do you. You do your homework. You see what's right for you. But you're getting smart. You're not throwing your money away this time. And it's more of a protective energy than it is offensive. All right, I just saw the Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and I heard calling something in. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we have here for February. You've got the Queen of Swords, authenticity, truth, honesty, clarity. I'm hearing bringing it home, bringing it home, bringing it in, being real. No games. I'm also hearing, she's as cold as ice. She's as cold as ice. Why am I thinking Phil Collins? It's a song. I don't know. Maybe you can figure it out. All right, what do we have here? Four of Cups. Yeah, see, you're not happy with the status quo, with the way things have been going, where your money's been going, the dishonesty that you've been dealing with. You're not doing it this year. You're looking at things without any rose-colored glasses on. You are actually listening to people who you considered to be conspiracy theorists in the past. You're checking things out for yourself, though, is the key thing here. You're not just taking information blindly. You're not believing the drama, okay? Where the news or somebody else is trying to tell you, oh my gosh, the world is falling apart. You have to do this, you have to do that. Like this prepper stuff. No, there's nothing wrong with prepping. I absolutely agree with it, and I think all of us need to go back to the basics. We need to know how to cook. We need to know how to break bread. We need to know how to do these simple, basic things for ourselves. Fix the water heater if it breaks. I know we can't fix our cars anymore because they've made them so difficult to even get into to fix, and now they're making screws that you have to buy specialized tools for, and you can't buy the tools anymore because they don't want you fixing your cars. Anyways, yeah, I watch Lewis Rodman. Yeah, I do. And I appreciate that. I also watch More Perfect Union and Institute for Justice. And I think some of you have tuned into them too. You're not happy with the status quo. All right. You're seeking the truth. You're seeking people who are authentic, real. You don't want to sit there and go, oh my gosh, is this AI? Is this the truth? But you're having to do it this year, okay? So here you are protecting yourself and just not willing to go with the status quo. What's the finishing message here for February? There's a couple of cards here. The Queen of Pentacles. Self-respect, self-esteem, knowing where to invest your time and your money. Yeah, I'm sorry there's such a glare on the cards. I can't help it. I will say my hands are pretty warm. Comfortable. All right. Let's see what else we've got here. The Five of Wands. All right. So maintain your self-respect. Be authentic. Be real, practical, down to earth. And you will learn how to work through these challenges. You'll be able to recognize, I'm hearing, where people are trying to stir up drama and not solve any problems. Look at this. The Five of Pentacles, which tried to come out at the beginning, is here on the bottom of the deck. But whatever you were missing in the past, and look at this. It's like this blindfold was a blindfold for this person, and they kind of just poked their eye out from under the one side. So you're seeing reality here. You're seeing the clarity, and it's bringing you understanding to focus internally, immediately on yourself with authenticity and truth. There's the fresh start, the Page of Pentacles. Creative thinking, doing things different than the way you've always done them. Just because they were always done that way. Look at what we just did, the split of the deck. The Tower, what's after it? Oh, an Ace of Wands, a new start, an inspiration. What happens before? Looks, calling in the change. Letting the ego go, accepting that we are infallible, that we make mistakes, that life is what it is. We don't know what we don't know until we know it. All right, let's go ahead and get you some blessings here for February. We will get you an angel number. Let's see what your blessings are, though. All right, you've got a couple of blessings here. Yay. Let me move this over here. The first one that came out was the Stork. You will receive news of a birth or a new business opportunity. All right. And then you have three more. You've got the Elephant, a long journey, which is either physical or mental, is going to leave you wiser at the end. So taking your time to figure these things out. I'm hearing Ellie, Hunter, Hanley, just L. And boy, as soon as I said L, Stranger Things came to mind. So Mario. All right, butterfly, a change for the better. Awesome. And I just heard butterick, like butterick sewing patterns. All right, tree, affairs with your family. And look at that, you got the 10 of Cups right here. So there will be good things coming in all these different aspects here for February. There's big change coming here right in the middle of the month. That success is coming in here right in the middle of the month. All right, let's see what we have as an angel number. We have 1616, which is 2 sevens. I love it. Readjustments. Your level of self-control is sufficient to make things right. Now is the time to go ahead and move forward with your conversations, taking the actions that you need. On the horizon is the possibility of beginning a new romantic relationship or a platonic friendship, as well as a chance to begin life anew with a person from your past. Everything will fall into place. It also says right on the card, everything will fall to pieces. So something may break before it's put back together again. Or needing to let go of something in particular for the new thing to come in here for you. All right, let's go ahead and see what we have here for March. What is the month of March going to bring in here for you? Oh, that was 4130, somewhere around there. All right, I time stamped it, or marked it down for time stamping. All right, let's see what March has in store for you. All right, you got the 9 of Wands and the 3 of Swords. Something is going to feel very disappointing, but you're not going to give up on it right away. You're going to hang in there, persevere with the 3 of Swords, 9 of Wands. You're trusting your instinct here that something can be revived, brought back, reconciled. You're like giving it time to heal. Either you are healing or something else is like being worked out, fixed, brought back together. I'm getting an image of an argument between two people and both go separate ways, but they're still in the same like space, workspace, home space, group, community, church, whatever it is. And there's been a distance. And what's been happening here, and this feels possibly like something that happened back here in January. And the distance has been there. It's more like cold, aloof. You've been focusing on yourself. They've been doing their thing. And if you come together, you're cordial, civil, whatever you want to call it, but not on the terms that you used to be. And it's kind of like just letting things, heal. Let's give it some time to just move past whatever has happened here. That card literally just flew at me. The 8 of Cups. Yeah, you're going to leave this behind you. You want to walk away from this. If you keep bringing it up, piling, up the information, conversations about this, that it's just going to fall apart completely. So in order to maintain the relationship, to maintain, the whatever it is going on here, you're going to keep your peace. You're going to keep going forward. You're going to give yourself time to heal, or allow the other person time to heal. Or I'm getting allowing time for things to sort themselves out. So, and I'm getting an image of, you need product for work. You need an item to finish a project that you have. You're disappointed. You thought you would have this done a month ago. Unfortunately, you could not get your hands on a specific item, a specific something, a product at work or whatever. And you know, if you can just give it time, that product will come in and you'll be able to finish this. But if you keep pestering somebody looking for this, you may tick them off. But if there was an argument between two people too, okay, you don't want to keep going back to that argument. You just want to let the argument be over and done with, move past it, heal from it, and move on. All right, so don't keep stacking one thing on top of the other here, because you know that's not going to work. You know that. Let's see what else we've got going on here. Even if you know you're in the right, you're just going to let it be. All right, you've got the Three of Wands and the Two of Swords. Even if you don't know how to handle it, you're more focused on your future and trusting your instincts. You're just not going to move forward. I realized I missed the yes or no question here. I will put those there so that we remember to do that before I do one here. All right, so you're going to trust your instincts. You're going to keep it together. You're going to keep moving forward. You're going to seek the information you need. But you're trusting here that things will balance out in the future and that there will be new growth. All right, let's see what else is coming in here. You have the Five of Cups. I'm hearing having the courage to let the things go that you felt like maybe you gave too much time to, too much energy to. You're kind of regretting the way it happened. Yeah, March might be a challenging month for you. I want to see something here. All right, I did a little astrological planetary alignment, and there's some stuff that's going to happen. As you head into March, things feel okay, you feel confident, you feel respected, and then it changes suddenly here, okay? And there are going to be uncomfortable situations that you're going to deal with in March, and that's exactly what we're seeing here. But if you can just kind of focus on yourself, remember what it feels like to achieve your goals, to be in that rhythm and stay in that rhythm, then you will be able to move past these situations. And I'm hearing here with this Five of Cups, I kind of wished I had just let it go sooner. I kind of wish I hadn't gone that far with this thing. I kind of wish, and you know what? Let that energy go, because you can't go back and change the past. And if you were meant to move on from it, like it looks like the Eight of Cups is saying, then just go ahead and do it now. If that's what needs to be done, let the past be the past. Doesn't mean you're leaving a person. It could be. But it's more likely you're letting something go. You're just not hanging on to it anymore. You're not trying to force control or anything else. Look at this. And if you can do those things, you've got the Magician and the Ten of Pentacles. And you're going to be saying things to yourself like, wow, that turned out a lot easier than I thought it was going to. And everything is much better off than I could have dreamed. All right, this feels like an awesome way to end this month. And your favorable days are towards the middle of the month, towards the end of the month. I want to say 14th, 15th, 16th could be really good for you. But this definitely feels like the end of the month, where you're kind of like, I'm hearing balancing the books, looking things over for the month, and you're looking at it saying, you know what? Things turned out a little bit better than I thought they actually were in the moment. What have we got here on the bottom of the deck? The Knight of Wands. The ending of the fears, whatever was going on. Everything's working together. Three of Pentacles here. Six of Swords. Life's going to get easier. All right, we're going to get a couple more cards here for March. For the month of March. I just heard Marge. Oh, I had an Aunt Marge. Aunt Marjorie. Yeah. All right, let's see what we have. The King of Wands, leadership, moving forward, confident. There could be travel here. There could be new business. See? Something about a new business venture here. The Stork. I am hearing proud papa. So maybe you're finding out that you have conceived with your wife, your partner. But definitely like starting something new that's going to be multi-generational with that Ten of Pentacles. And it feels magical too with a Magician here. I'm also getting you're gathering all the resources that you need to move forward to gain financial independence. You're taking the lead here. You're taking the lead. All right, let's go ahead and see what else we've got going on here for you. Let's get you an angel number for March, and then I'll go back and do the yes or no question for February, and then I will do one for March. So you've got 0220. Look, 2112, 0221 with a 1616. 77's right in the middle. I love it. Act on your ideas. You have the benefit of good fortune, and if you use your judgment wisely, there is nothing you cannot do. In this place, in this time, you can reach new heights. So act on your potential when you see the pattern, since what you plant will grow. Okay? You are about to experience a spectacular ascent. All right, let's get your blessings before we go back here. Got dogs, getting together with friends. Getting together with friends. See, I feel like that happens more towards the middle of the month. Or it could start off the month that way too. Like I said, it feels comfortable at the beginning, like you're respected, you know what's going on here. Let's see what we have here. 4-leaf clover, great good fortune. So quite a bit of good fortune. I am seeing a traffic 4-leaf clover, like what you see on the highways where two highways come together and they make the clover. So again, there's something about travel here. And we all know clovers are associated, or good luck with, at least us Americans think of it being Ireland. Okay, so there could be travel to Ireland. And that tree just made me think of like the old forest of the UK, of that area. All right, you have the basket here. Recognition and reward for merit. So you will reap your rewards here. I'm hearing Baskerville, like Baskerville hounds. That would be a Sherlock Holmes. So the name Holmes, Sherlock, Marchetti. Baskerville is coming through. Oh, and we have the dogs too. The Hounds of Baskerville. 4-leaf clover. So something about traveling. Maybe you're traveling to that area. Let me know in the comments. All right, let's see what your yes or no answer is here for the month of February. And then I will do one for the month of March too. What have we got as a yes or no answer for the month of February, please? We've got a no answer, and it says here, the cello of wish fulfillment is playing melodically and loudly. This is in order to call forth the necessary information and resources that you so promptly require. The music of fabulous happiness is going to lift your soul. And since music is the cinema of the soul, you can expect miracles to happen everywhere. Beautiful. All right, we'll put that one here. And we will get you your third yes or no answer. And this one is for the month of March. Whoops. We've got 3. Isn't that funny? It's the 3rd month and we've got 3 answers. Are we taking them? No. All right. But there was something about the 3-3. And then you got the 21-21, which is another 3-3. If you didn't catch all the numerology in the daily reading from yesterday, man, go check that out. The number 10, the number 7, the number 3, 21. Those numbers kept coming up at the end of the reading there. Go check out that reading if any of those numbers or all of those numbers resonate with you. Your and yes, no answer for the munch. Munchie. My dog had a little chihuahua named Munchie. All right. Answer for the month of March. No. A whirlwind of events invites in some chaos. Fortunately, the illusory nature of the situation will quickly dissipate. See? All right. It will be replaced by an invigorating sense of hope, an inspiring sense of inviolability, and an invulnerable sense of confidence. Troubles and obstacles only strengthen you. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. Yep, what doesn't kill you makes you stronger. I'm a firm believer in that one, always have been. And I wear my scars and as battle medals. All right, what else are we going to get you? We are going to get some letter dice here to finish this reading off. This doesn't pertain to any particular month, but I know that some of you really enjoy this, so I'm going to go ahead and do that today because this is your big reading for today. All right. So we have Quentin. Quarry, like a rock quarry. Sarita, Sawyer, Sequester, the Mersai, Leaf, Faye, Freddie, Ramadan? I think that's what I'm seeing. All right. Sally. Saigon. I'm hearing slogan. Redman. Okay. Ari. A-R-Y, Ari, A-R-I, Ari, Gary, Lila, Dolly, Delia, Desiree, Desmond, Orman, Orville, I'm hearing La Roquette, Rochelle, Sister, I'm hearing a song. It's by Sister. Something about the heart. It's a very slow song. Well, as songs go for pop songs, this is kind of slow. Anyway, Sister. I'm hearing Christine, Layman, Farquhart, Roberta, Renee, Melvin, Lisa, Mademoiselle, Mamie, Amy, Esme, Davida, Dorsey, Fermano, Lamont, Lucy, Lucius, Klaus, Raleigh. And that's what I've got for you guys. Segway, Siemens, Simons, Simon, Simone, Dimitri, Edmund, Eduardo, Casey, Charles, and Ernie. All right, that's what I've got. I hope you've enjoyed. Tickle, tap, booper, zap the like button for me, if you will, please. Don't forget, I've done timestamps, so if you're trying to come back to a particular month, hopefully that will be working and active in the description box below. All right, if you're interested in a personal reading, email me and I will send you all the details. Until our energy crosses again, I'm wishing you much peace.